So Tom Holland stars as a young man whose parents are dead, so he was raised by his uncle, and when tragedy strikes at his family and evil forces surround them, he has to take justice into his own hands. It's not Spider-Man. I think. The Devil All the Time is the Netflix answer to 2020. It's depressing, way too serious, and everybody dies. But don't let that distract you from the fact that Robert Pattinson is diabolically taking over cinema. He was in Tenet, The Lighthouse, and The King last year. Batman next year. Is he the hero that cinema needs? I wouldn't really have thought so. I did like him in Tenet, and he was really good in this. So was pretty much everybody. The cast was not the problem with this movie. The Devil All the Time is a Netflix movie based on a book, and though I haven't read the book, I have to imagine this is the closest you'll ever come to reading a movie. It, you know, with the narration style, which kind of puts you inside the character's head, you know, speaking their thoughts for them, as if this excellent cast couldn't show those thoughts on their faces. It just feels a lot like it is a book, you know? Anyway, it's about Arvin Russell, albeit rather shockingly, Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson, neither of them is in the first 45 minutes. The film starts with Arvin's dad and him coming back from the war, the Second World War, in case you're confused. And it feels like it's the prologue, well, it's not a prologue, let's stop calling it that, but it feels like it's the opening act to an epic, you know, some grand sweeping epic that's probably like 3.5 hours long. But this is only 2:10, 2:15, so it feels weird, a weird choice to focus that much of it on his dad. I don't know. So after complications, Arvin moves into his grandmother's house and grows up there with another orphan she took in, played by Eliza Scanlon, who was that adorable, innocent, lovable girl in Little Women who ended up dying. And now she's, Anyway, so then the new reverend in their town is played by creepy Robert Pattinson, who used to play guys like Edward Cullen, older men that sucked the life force out of young women. Now he's playing... Never mind again. Anyway, here is my 1-minute review for The Devil All the Time.
Not because I want to.
I feel like there's not a lot I can actually say about the plot of this one because it kind of deals in doing these shocking, whoa, surprising things to characters when you're not expecting it, with the kind of cool efficiency and emotionless sociopathy that George R.R. Martin kind of drilled into all of us. It must be one hell of a bummer book to read. Basically, it does kind of feel like it's on the edge of one of those Oscar-y type films, you know? Like it could get like a nomination for Best Supporting Actor for somebody or something like that, but without, you know, being much of a real contender in most categories, because it kind of, it's just too in between being one of those and being like a kind of blockbuster thing. It's got a really unusual dark style for like a proper blockbuster, so I don't know that I would call it that. I don't know what to call it. It's a weird film. Tom Holland proves he's a great dramatic lead in addition to a great blockbuster star. Robert Pattinson shows off some real chops, and everyone around them, you know, Jason Clarke, Riley Keough, Sebastian Stan, all the rest. It's a great ensemble cast. I'm giving it 74 out of 100. I wanted to love it, but it was just a bit too bleak without being that way for like an emotional purpose, you know? They kind of did a lot of the things without any emotion behind it, kind of, you know, instead of showing why these people were like this and did these things. Netflix makes so many gosh darn films. What do you guys want to see reviewed next? Is it a foreign movie or one about children being over-sexualized? It's that one, isn't it? Oh god. Okay, well, please subscribe. Bye!